hi Instagram, hi Facebook, my desk. I'm also on YouTube and on Twitch and TikTok. Hi. Okay. So the only issue with Instagram and TikTok is that I'm not going to be able to see your comments. So I apologize for that ahead of time. I'm streaming to everything I have all at once. So today we are painting one of my first panel pieces since for a couple years. I haven't painted these in several years. I did a live show, and oh look, I can see the comments. Cool. Okay, I guess I can't see the comments on TikTok. I see some TikTok people. Yay. Okay. Okay, so I haven't painted these panel pieces in a long time, but when I went live with the show, I got a lot of really positive feedback. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and send this invite to copy the clipboard, and I'm going to run this out too. Just going to paste this link so that if some people want to join me later, some artists, and I thought it would be really, really fun to have some fellow artists come on, and if they want to paint, great. If they just want to sit and chat, that would be fun too. So here we are. I'm going to go to my other camera real quick so you can kind of see it in the background there. I guess I don't really need to use the other camera as much. What I do need to do is I wanted to set up a time-lapse painting of this whole thing, but now I'm not sure how to do this. So I'm going to put this up here, rotate it here. Try and make things as simple as possible, but yet I seem to complicate them endlessly.
You going live now?
I am live now. That is my boy. And I'm trying to set up this so I can capture my desktop. I think that works. Okay, so let's get started. Ian, would you mind handing me one of the panels, the big panel off the wall? Just pull that off the wall. It's Velcro. There you go. Okay.
Why are you hitting an echo?
Because there's an echo. Just go with it.
Weird.
Okay. So I need to.
Hey, do I stay here?
Nope. Here are my brushes, and I have some comments. Can I even see them? I just have joined. Okay, so I'm going to paint the background first. That's what I do in these pieces. Now this is going to be a little interesting because this is textured gesso, and the watercolor likes to beat up on the top, on the surface. So it's going to be interesting to see. I've done these before, but it's been a while. So I'm painting this cerulean and it's beating up on the surface, and I'm just being very gentle with with it. Darker blue. I'm going to get an indigo in there and get some nice dark blue going. Now I can see everybody's comments, so feel free to ask questions or interact. Framing the camera so you can see my face. Okay. You just said the Duncan, but thank you for the comments. Let's see. I have such a little desk. There, is that better? When I'm painting, I go out of frame. Yeah, that's part of the split camera here. Oh. Cool, thank you. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. So, do we have comments here or just people joining? 2 people over on TikTok. Hi, TikTok. And one of the things that I really like about painting on these panels is the variation that I get in the paint and how it settles in the cracks and crevices, and it intensifies when it's stuck in there. You get something that's very deeply saturated or really highly pigmented. Whereas on the surface levels, you might have something a little more watery. So here is, and it's starting to dry up here, which is really good because when it's dry, I can apply a little bit more, but I gotta be gentle with trying to let the friction of the brush on the surface of the paint not wipe the paint off. And we've got some Instagram people and TikTok people, and it's all fun. I like this. One thing about that one is I can't like test the corner piece because this is actually all going to be very dark blue. Now I actually need to get one of the other pieces so I can finish painting the outside of the whale. So I'm going to pop out of the frame and go get this piece off the wall. Now I'm going to set this aside. Right. Nope. Fine. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't know what while I paint. Background to this piece. And then I have to hold this piece next to that piece to make sure that, oh, my camera. Oh, I need that piece. Okay. Just to make sure that the color is matching. Okay, there's going to be blue there, but that's not what I have to do. So this is we're having a bigger studio. So I think I'm going to work on these two pieces for a minute. Let's see. I'm going to use this neutral tint. Hi, Lori. How are you? Good. I'm glad. Glad. Yeah, it's Humpback Whale. Looking at comments. Comments on Instagram and TikTok are so small. It's hard for me to see with my eyeballs. You wouldn't believe my setup. I've got a camera on a tripod, broadcasting, Instagram and TikTok. Right. And then I've got you guys going to Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Then I've got another camera doing a time lapse, so I have a video of this piece being painted. It's fun, complicated. Fun. I need my glasses because I need to see. There's a comment here on Instagram. That is in our a few weeks ago. Albino organism. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. It isn't moving around. I'm kind of making an impromptu decision on this particular panel to go ahead, spread the pigment out and get the lighter area. Then I'll come in after it dries, darken the really dark spot. This worked out, just because it worked out. The larger area to work with. This, for some reason, I'm going to more lighten this area up and kind of do the shading for it and then come in and do the darker areas. Thank you. Over. So this piece actually is right there and feeding into the darkness that's here. And actually, I'm supposed to have the alive. You cannot come in here. go. Well, we lost Instagram. See if we can't get them back. I'm just trying to get it back on Instagram. Instagram and TikTok. It's working. I think we're back live on Instagram. Yeah. Let's just starting anyway. There we go. Use the full back on everything. Okay, so on Instagram, I've kind of, there we go. Now you can kind of see what I'm doing. Hello, Jose. How are you? Good to see you too. Yep, it's a humpback whale. So now this piece, actually, now that this is dry enough to hang, so I'm going to take it over to and then I'm going to pull off this piece. This has some motion right here. And this actually goes there. Yeah. Oh, really does. That's going to require some build-up. Over here, there. Oh, be careful. Right there. Right. Just in the right spot. Hey, hey, how are you, Robert? Robert is my cousin. I am just painting this humpback whale that I've broken into pieces, and it's fun, 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 fun. No battery. Oh, good God. Okay, so. Oh, Instagram, you're not going to get a whole lot. The battery's dying. I can't plug it in. Oh, okay, so that going on here. Yes. Okay. No, go. I am live. Right, guys. What's going to be really cool is that when this is all done and it's sealed, it's going to have a satin finish to it. So it's going to look a little wet. do I choose to have a glossy finish on to make them look really wet? I mean, maybe I will do that. I have to think about what kind of gloss, what kind of sealer I want. Put highlights on this so that it gives the dimension of um, the dimension of the pieces, the parts of this underbelly. See, now this is why I paint these pieces together, because this is really, really blue, and this is really blue gray. So I have to try and I like the blue gray of it, so I need to bring that up into this piece. So let's bring some of this blue up in here. blue. No. I think I need to hang these on the wall. I'm going to see how they work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my camera speed to that piece. And then I'm going to in there. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. Okay. Back here, I have this little bitty piece, and it is I'm going to start with I got the general color of it, so I know you're kind of away. Apologize on that. I am working in multiple pieces, and some are big, some are small. Look at that. We have Steven.
Can you hear me? How's it sound?
Oh, you know what? Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Good.
Hey guys, oh. Sorry.
No, it's like I hear you, but I hear you through my other phone.
Can you hear me now? Yee. Hey, you guys, good news. I got to tell you something. It's really exciting. Let me turn this down a little.
Let me. Why is that audio?
I was today, this afternoon, I was like hand-to-hand combat, doing hand-to-hand combat with a guy that is like one of the biggest boogie board guys, like in the pro tour.
Okay.
Mike Stewart, have you heard his name?
Wait. Start over, because like I was able to get my audio so I could hear you, but not until. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, yeah, that's good.
So check this out, man. I have next week I'm going to start on this project. I was doing hand to hand with this guy Mike Stewart, who's been like you know how the American Surfers Tour, you know, it's an ASB.
Hang on, you're echoing. You're echoing really bad on.
Is that me? Should I do something?
No, it's not you. It's me. It's my setup. I got low battery.
Come on up, Pepper. Come on.
I have the most complicated setup on the planet right now.
I don't know, man. Mine could give you a run for the money. I got my rig up there, and it's got one of those, and I've got power going to that, and then I got the computer going, and I got my iPad going.
Yeah.
We're multimedia.
Yeah.
Come on, Pepper. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, baby. You can close You can close your door too, baby. Sorry.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry. I just woke up my voice carried.
My live is. Not,
can you hear me?
What? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I can talk like this and you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. I was being a little bit loud. Come on, Pepper. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I have to remove that for a second.
We're good.
And then leave. Gosh. I just tried.
You're a good girl, Pepper. You're a good girl, Pepper. You're a good girl. Oh, yes, Pepper. Oh, yes.
Gosh, this is.
Is it still echoing?
No, because I took the stream that's showing my artwork out, but now.
Oh, you had another rig looking straight down on your.
Yeah, and it was echoing.
Well, what I usually do is put a pair of headphones on one.
Oh, I had, but then I took the headphones off so I could hear you because it was going through.
Yeah, but I usually put it on. You could put it on the rig.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna go back to the text that I had with the stream. I'm just gonna re-add my overhead back in.
Okay.
But you're gonna love this. I'm switching between webcams.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting I'm gonna use hyperlapse. This will be the last.
Now. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my headphones and attach my headphones.
Okay.
To my laptop and then.
What's going on with this? Oh. So I have to. Yeah, I'm trying to get this hyperlapse thing going again.
I'm backstage.
Okay, so it's back.
Add stream. Okay.
I gotta get the rig lined up.
Okay.
There's such a lag on it though. It's like
Uh-huh. One sec.
Such a it's like
there we go.
there we go.
Okay.
You good?
Okay.
Good to go? I'm good to go too.
Yeah. I've got gesso all over my desk.
I've got all over my desk.
You got paint all over your desk?
No, gesso.
Oh, hey, I was gonna ask you about that. I am one of the things I'm thinking when you paint on gesso, does it bleed a lot? How close?
I'm doing it right now.
Uh-huh. But do you have pretty much control like you do on watercolor paper? How much control?
You don't have as much control at all. That's the big kicker is that you can't rework it.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with what's on the surface, so it's interesting.
Oh,
So like you're dealing with what's on the surface. So like when you lay your brush over the top of something that's been painted, you could very well, with the friction of the brush, pull it completely. Hi, Tatiana.
hey, Tatiana.
So yeah, you could literally pull everything that you just spent so much time perfecting and getting it, you know.
Okay. So can you deal with that by sealing layers?
I haven't done that, but I suppose you could if you use fixative layers.
Yeah, I don't want to use that toxic stuff. I wonder if there's if I used an airbrush and some water-based stuff.
Yeah.
That would. I have to experiment because I still have that commission to paint on a surfboard, and I was thinking,
right.
Once I sand the surface down, if I gessoed that, then I don't have the surface that I could work on. You know.
Yeah.
But you say that there's not. Hey, Tatiana.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got to experiment with that. But they haven't gotten back to me. But like I was going to tell you, Michael Stewart, who is like, he's like the Kelly Slater of bodyboarding.
Right.
You know anything about surfing?
Right.
Very little. Well, Kelly Slater is like 11-time world champion, right? But
yeah,
he does stand-up surfing, and the boogie boarding, the bodyboarding, they call them boogie boards, but they call the guy that's the equivalent of that is Mike Stewart.
Right.
And so next week I'm going to do it's going to be like to do a benefit for the guy that invented this surfboard, his family. You know, they're doing it. And so the exposure could be just tremendous.
Yeah.
For me. And I spent like all afternoon, like totally hand to hand with him on Instagram.
Right.
And so I think I landed this one.
Oh, that's awesome. So what is this one? Is this? I thought you already had that one.
No, this is a different one.
It's a different one.
Yeah, this is like.
Oh, it's a different one.
This is a boogie boarder.
Oh.
You know, boogie boards. You're on your belly.
I had one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I had one. Yeah, I
know.
know.
But you should see the pros. They jump in the air. They do 360s. They jump. They go back. I mean, this guy is like the maven. He's like the
What?
He's like the now he's older. What? You know, there's a whole new generation. But he was the first generation of people that really took the sport to its limit. And he's very connected. He has his own line of bodyboards. You know,
cool.
So this could be a really good entree into that market. On top of that other one that's going to get back to me to do the paint the surfboards.
Well, good for you. I've been a little unfocused today, so I'm not getting the marketing done that I want to do. But
you know what? You're doing the best you can, Kim. You're just amazing. I mean, you gotta be easy on yourself. You just you're out there all the time, you know. And this show is really good for you. This show, you put it together and you showed everybody what can be done. It was really good. I mean, I think you're seeing it now, and I think that this women in art thing has legs. You could really become the maven of that, you know.
I've got people that are interested in being in episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Gretchen and which she's an amazing photographer.
Yeah, I mean, you can get you could ride this one a long way, and you know the thing is, if you do you do the other one where it's men and women, whatever, mixed, whatever.
Yeah.
This will also help that, you know. So this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's funny because you know, initially when this, and I wrote a blog. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see my blog? I posted it in Small Wins just to get some feedback. And basically, you know, I told the guy who had a complaint about my using the title, saying that it was going to cause us to not be able to sell the gallery and all that. You heard about that, right? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, in the end, he's all for having a show with women, but you know, titling it what we did was the problem. And I don't think there's a problem with the title. The title is reflective of what the show is, and the show is
women
having an art show. And it just could as easily have been. It wasn't like we're setting out to be some political statement about women in art. It didn't start out that way. You know, we're still not really making a statement about that in particular, but we are giving 5 women a voice and putting our work out there. And I did this article, I did this blog, and I really wanted to do this. And I found that, you know, I started off knowing that women get paid 74 cents on the dollar. No, for art. For art.
Oh, okay.
For art. So like my painting is going to be worth 3/4 of what yours is.
That's bullshit.
Because of what's in my pants, right? And
that's crazy.
It gets even worse because when you get to be our age, it drops to 66 cents.
Yeah.
So now my work is worth 2/3 of what yours is, just because of what's in my pants. And
that's bullshit.
It is. And it's funny because, like I said, it didn't start off being a raw women thing. But, you know, my phone.
Hey, you know, you're trying to just reach, you're trying to reach the market. And you know what? There's women that, you know, men will buy your work. And there's women that'll buy your work. There's more women with disposable income now than ever before.
Well, and honestly, women control a lot of the art, how a house is decorated.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So, you know, but there are so many statistics. It is incredible. Did you know that? Okay, do you remember in the news there was a Christie's or a Sotheby's art auction last month, and a Banksy started to shred itself? Do you remember that hitting the news?
What started to shred itself?
A Banksy.
What's Banksy?
Banksy? You don't know who Banksy is? I know you know who Banksy is.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. She
Yeah,
started
okay.
doing the work, right? She started
No,
like,
okay. So this woman sold this living artist, female living artist,
yeah, fancy.
sold. Okay, well, no, Banksy's not her name. Her name is something else. Banksy is a guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Banksy's very, on guard, edgy kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of his paintings just decided to started shredding itself.
Uh-huh.
So it's hanging up over here while this auction is going on over here. And so the auction's going on. All of a sudden in the background, this Banksy starts to shred itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it took the attention away from the fact that she made history. She made history. She sold a piece and it broke all records for female living artists. Right?
Oh yeah, but he stole her thunder.
Yeah. But on top of that, if you figure that, I think one of the statistics that I saw showed that 100 million sold, right, at an auction, 96 million are male artists, 4 are female. And of the fame that women have in art, it's centered around 5 artists. So it's like once you even do get the attention on women, it's just on a very few of them.
That starts with when girls are teenagers, and then they're dissuaded from it. It starts really young, and we got to not do that to our girls.
Right. I agree, and that's kind of
Well, but that's all the reason for you to stick to your guns. See, this guy's trying to undermine you and work on your confidence, undermine your confidence stuff. This is just like he's just being a friend of me.
Yeah, and you know what? That's not what this guy was doing. I'll give you that. This guy was concerned about business practices and how was I going to sell a piece of art by naming it Women in Art. He said the only reason people are going to come to your show now are to look at pretty girls. And okay, he has a genuine concern because he can see the climate that's out there. But I'm sorry, but at some point, okay, you need to get off the bench. Have you watched John Mulaney? Do you know what that's in reference to? Getting off the bench?
No.
Okay. Well, John Mulaney is a comedian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with him at all?
No.
Okay, he's funny. He's great. But he tells this story, and you'll have to look it up. There's a whole bunch of TikToks out there.
Okay.
Because it's getting traction. Because what he's talking about is how as a little boy he's out on the play yard, and because his dad's asking him how his day was at the dinner table, and he's relaying a story about how he was at school, and Tyler got pushed off the bench, or Tyler got pushed off the seesaw. Uh-huh. And he says, well, what did you do? He goes, I didn't do anything. I was sitting on the bench. Uh-huh. Well, but and the whole thing was, well, wait a minute. So you saw this going on.
Yep.
And you chose to do nothing.
Yeah, you did nothing.
Right.
Basically.
Right. And so the message is to get off the bench.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing.
But in a way, you've done this all your life. You told me a little bit about yourself and what your mom told you and stuff like that. That says a lot. Your mom told you that there's nothing you can't do.
Right, but it's funny because it wasn't because of being a woman. It was because she was telling me that I could do anything because I'm epileptic. And when you're epileptic, people like to tell you what you can and can't do.
Yeah, but is that much different than what this guy was trying to do? He's trying to put like some kind of blinders on you or some kind of handicap on you. So,
well, here's the thing. I guess in business, I have to determine whether or not I'm willing to make the sacrifice of risking sales for saying what I mean. And I make this decision a lot when I post stuff to, is this too political? Is this going to piss people off? Is this going to rub people the wrong way? Will that cost me a sale? But some things I'm like, okay, some things I approach and I say, I can get off the bench in another way without risking my business.
Yeah.
Right. But my art, putting my art out there, yeah, I'm willing to say,
I'll just say, yeah, you're not taking that much of a risk though, because you know what, your art speaks to people's emotions. Art hits you in the gut. It doesn't hit you in the brain. It doesn't hit you where people put like barriers up. It hits you where they feel. And if somebody has some money burning a hole in their pocket, they could spend, and they see something beautiful that's breathtaking, right? Like your turtle and stuff. That's not going to keep them. Whatever unless you're like a racist or something like that, or something really ugly.
Yeah.
But this is nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And then you even go so far as to ask yourself if they are, a really horrendous person.
yeah.
Do you even want them owning your art? Which, okay, I do, because maybe it'll change their mind. But,
You know what, Kim? You made the art show thing work, and then COVID came. You're making this work. You're gonna get to a point very soon where you can pick and choose. And and you know what? That's what you go for. You go for what makes you feel alive. You go. I come from a background where my parents, I was drawing on walls when I was a kid.
Right.
That was the only thing, and playing with clay. Did they even give a shit? No, because you can't make money with art,
Right.
And so they never got behind me. They never did. I went to architecture school, partially to please my dad, right? And you know what? I ended up doing business with him, and he ended up screwing me. So,
oh no.
But the point is, what I've come to understand is you have to go with what's inside of you and why you do art. It's a voice within you. It's part of you. You couldn't deny this even if you tried.
Right.
And everything else is a day job. This is what you really want to do, and there's no reason you can't. I mean, you're feeding your kids, you're keeping your family together, you're being there for your family, you're doing everything. So these people that says that they're the experts, they're the ones that are eating shit right now, because the whole market, they're dinosaurs. They're thinking the way it used to be, and it's changing. It's changing.
Everything's changed.
This whole sexuality thing, the whole sexual abuse thing. Look what's happened in the last 2 years. Women's voices are being heard more than ever. Which is ludicrous to me that it's been taken this long, because they're half the population. Or I think even a little bit more than half the population. So it's I used to be Catholic when I was a kid, and as I grew up, I saw how afraid of women the Catholic Church really is.
Yeah.
And the point is that all these people that are coming out and telling you what you can't do, all these men, they got really a lot of issues with their own self, and they're trying to project it onto you so that they can control you.
Yeah.
So you're part of it. You're part of the kind of a vanguard. So women in art is a thing. It's gonna fly.
Yeah.
And you've curated it. You know how to nurse it along. You're learning, and you're gonna do this. And you know, we're all learning. You know, we're doing. I mean, just being art storefront. I mean, we're doing things differently than everybody else. Just with that.
Yep.
So, I mean, be happy about that.
Yeah.
And this is a great thing to show your kids.
Yeah.
You know, so you have every reason to ignore this guy, you know, and he says, oh, I really, you know, guys, I'm really worried about, you know, what you're gonna really mess yourself up and your art. Well, this guy doesn't even probably know how to hold a brush, let alone tell you.
No, he's a fantastic artist.
Well, he should sell his art. Just do it. Concentrate on him selling his art. You know. And if he's your friend, he's not going to dissuade you. You know.
Yeah.
So
backstage. Oh.
Kim, you don't need anybody's permission to follow your dream.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what boils down to.
What's going on now? I need to.
I'm
trying to switch phones because like my thing keeps dropping out. So.
Did Tatiana join us?
Huh?
Did Tatiana join us?
No, she just popped into the chat and said.
Oh, okay.
Said hey. So now I'm backstage. Oops.
Oh yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah, I need to connect these two.
I'm gonna finish this tonight. It's probably great.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard to get this to. I'm not adding it to the stream because it's feedback city right now. Okay.
So when I'm talking at this level, is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me like this? Oh. There you go. You got that? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. No sound.
That should be it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need to increase the volume a little here.
What are you working on, by the way?
It's a humpback whale.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
So this is where the tail joins in, and then this is the top of the belly. And I don't know if you can see it hanging up over there.
Oh, you're doing. That's how you lay it out.
Yeah, that's okay. Check this out. Okay, I'm gonna put us like this.
Really interesting. That's really.
Actually, I'm gonna put us. Okay,
that's really
I can change my camera. I don't know if you knew this, but I could do that.
Oh.
And then I can go up and put this guy back.
So you have your phone on this, right?
No, this is just a web camera right? This is just a web camera that it's standalone. It's hooked to the USB. And that would go there, but I'm not done working on it.
How much would a webcam camera cost?
I don't know.
Amazon.
Yeah. Best Buy, whatever.
God, that's really cool. That is really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So it's coming along a lot faster than I'm going to. Camera, let's go back
So
to
you lay it out as a drawing at first, and then you transfer it to the.
I have to show you because like I did video. I have a video of me laying the thing out.
Oh.
In Photoshop, deciding size panels.
Okay.
I was gonna put in what position.
Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. You can
so eventually, I end up with something like that.
Yeah.
As a reference.
Yeah.
And then I literally, you just take the one panel and you ignore everything else until you go to put it up there, and then you want to see how things look compared to so that it flows.
Do you do you draw it onto the media?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you just have that guide.
Well, if you look at let me go back to the other camera. If you look at, you can see there's the part of the tail and drawn on here. I'm really surprised that this. See, the thing is, when you get it like this, you have to stand back to look at it all, and then the details don't matter as much. Because it's how the whole thing looks together, and so.
Oh yeah, but it makes sense. You do an overall in Photoshop and you compose it there. Yeah, I use Photoshop all the time.
Oh my God! Ow.
I use it for compositing usually.
Yeah. What I did was, I just hurt my eyebrow. I put a ring. I have my eyebrow pierced. I put a ring in there, and I forgot about it. I just messed with it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so in Photoshop, what I did was I have a layer that is the painting or the image, and then I put a mask on it. But then I copy the layer, the whole layer, resize the mask, and put it over here, but leave the image. I'm just moving the mask. I unlink the two and just move the mask. And so I have a 10-minute video, and it is, I love it. I'm gonna post it. I want to create a.
Put it on YouTube.
On YouTube? Yeah.
You'll get a lot because people go to YouTube for tutorials. I do a lot.
Yeah.
So that'll get your YouTube feed going.
Okay, I'll do that because I want to put it somewhere because I'm thinking about creating an experience page on how the multiple panels are created. How the process behind it.
That's true too.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
So how many cameras you got? You got 3 cameras going.
I have this one, and then I have that one, and then I have my phone getting ready to do a time. I've been time lapse.
Yeah,
recording it.
I'm doing that right now.
And then I have the webcam over there.
Okay. So
I didn't connect it via USB cable all the way to my computer, so it's
So a computer, 3 remote cams, and one and your phone.
No, 2. I've got the camera here on the computer, the camera over there that's attached to the computer, my phone, and then my son's phone because I have trouble connecting everything to the Androids that I got, and connecting since I have all Apple products, it just lends itself to.
Yeah, they work well together.
Yeah.
So you're running everything through an airport.
Yeah.
I I got an. We used to have an Airbnb, and
Yeah.
I had an airport back there, so I may bring this airport out here and start doing that.
Yeah.
You could just USB off of it. It's awesome. God, you're good with technology.
Yeah. Okay, someone's at my door. What's up?
So what are you doing? Oh, there you go. I see
Yeah.
you're putting in like the barnacles and stuff on the whale, the model.
Yeah. Come on in, Ian. Yeah, so I've got different pieces of the whale and whatnot. It's and you know, honestly, you can't get that detail. And the question I have at this point is, do I do ink on top of it? And I think I'm gonna try.
See what it looks like. You know, see what it looks
What's the worst that could happen? I ruin this piece. Okay, I redo it.
Yeah.
You know?
Gesso. That's what gesso's for. Hey, Ian.
Yep, there's my boy. My boy.
That's your boy.
That's my boy.
You still got the green hair.
Yep.
I'm just getting the gray hair. It's boring.
Yeah. Well, I just did that, and it's really, really great.
I can't tell. Everything's perfect.
Yeah, well, Well, I did not dye this part, so it's just the side of my head. It's
okay.
too hard to keep up the.
Oh, I know.
That on the shaved side, since I have to keep it so short.
I haven't had a haircut since this COVID thing broke.
Really?
Oh no.
Sam's been taking care of my hair, so we're lucky.
Sam's your other son, or your daughter?
My kiddo, my daughter.
Yeah, Sam. Okay. And then what's your other son's name?
This one's Ian, and there's Jack.
Jack. Yeah.
Hey, you can get your phone. It died, so I couldn't get the connection.
Jack's like 16.
Jack is like 28.
Oh, 28. Okay.
Yeah. And then Ian's the youngest. Ian is the baby.
Oh. He's the baby.
See, it's really cool because like this, if you don't like something, you can totally just like
Gesso it.
wipe it off almost.
Yeah. I get the concept.
But it's frustrating because you might not want to do that.
It's kind of like working with wash. If you look at it the wrong way, it just peels off your paper once it dries.
Yeah.
You know, but the colors are really, and it's opaque, of course.
And it's what?
Opaque.
Oh yeah. I like the translucent nature of watercolor.
Yeah, me too.
I love it, how it looks like when it's nice and clean and not when it doesn't get muddy.
Well, it gives it, you know, it covers it. It gives me, it's very forgiving in a way that if I go light with light washes, I can cover myself. You know, I feel confident that, you know,
Right.
I can fix it. You know, because you're gonna make mistakes. Every piece you're gonna make.
Oh, yeah.
That's just part of it. And it's just having a strategy for dealing with
What to do. Yeah, you know, I was really stressed out before doing my really detailed paintings because like I did realism and it was like super tight.
Yeah.
But you do make mistakes and then you stress. I gotta make sure this mark is perfect.
Yeah.
And I can't live like that.
Yeah.
No. So this style really works for me because the panels are so loose. And my inks are actually pretty loose. What tightens them and what brings in all the tight detail is the ink.
Yeah, I love ink. I would use the ink with a brush sometimes.
Yeah. What do you need, man?
It's really great in terms of creating areas of color, and also the way it interacts with water. When water hits it, ink will separate and create different colors, like purples and even orange.
Tatiana has commented. She said she loves the texture and how it's working the Are you talking about mine?
Who, me?
Can't really see Steven's, but yeah.
What was saying?
Tatiana was commenting about the texture.
Yeah, I'm putting in the silhouette of the trees.
Yeah.
I wish I'm hyperlapsing my there we go.
Hyperlapsing? What do you mean by hyperlapsing?
That's by hyperlapse is by Instagram. It's an Instagram app.
Oh, okay.
You just let it go, and then when it renders, you set it on how many times. Is it at 6 times, 10 times, up to I think 14 times, 16 times, and so you can mess with the speed of it.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's easy to use. In a lot of ways, it's not as there are other there are also other time lapse applications that have more bells and whistles, but it's kind of a little bit complicated after a while, and I just like that it's very simple to use. I could just set it up and then just go to paint.
Yeah. See, right now here at the tail, I was putting this shadow along the edge.
To give it depth.
And I'm like sweeping back and forth, really quickly because watercolor dries and you don't want it to leave an edge. At least I don't want it to leave an edge here. So I want to be able to go and work it.
Feather it with the brush.
Right, exactly. But I'm sitting here and I'm like doing this and I'm realizing, oh, wow, this stuff is just sitting on the top. So I'm skating the brush back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm just like pushing the pigment around because it's just sitting on the surface. It's not sinking in just yet.
Well, once you've applied it and it starts drying, then that's what I do. I try to shape things,
Yeah.
So that's what is pretty forgiving about it.
Yeah.
Jake is being himself.
Okay. Tell him to come here. Okay. Actually, yes.
I need to. I hate when I forget to clean my brush.
Did you forget to clean your brushes?
Yeah, because then I try to. That's the one I reach for that I want to use.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one little spot here that I missed with the gesso, so like it's just plain wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's gonna.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Hang on one second. Thank you. So my kiddo there just went in and said they're gonna step in and deal with what's going on with dinner.
Oh, do they cook?
Oh yeah. I don't cook.
Bleh. Do they like it? Do they like to cook?
Not necessarily. The other night we had some shrimp, and my daughter really, went in there and made dinner, and it was really nice. But apparently we're having an issue with my son doesn't know what to make, and so he's beating himself up. So we have to intervene.
Well, it's like painting, cooking. Sometimes you have your experiments, and sometimes they don't work out so well. But I like to cook. I cook with my family.
Yeah.
And it's a way to it kind of zens me out a little.
I get frustrated. I don't like to cook. I don't
want to be perfect.
I like to eat. That's about it.
Yeah. I just think about how yummy it's going to be, and I say, "Oh yeah, I could do this." I have pretty good taste buds so I can.
Oh, that's good.
You know, it's like having an ear for music. You know,
So
I was the one that would peel potatoes for my mom.
oh, good. That's cool.
And I'd watch her work and I'd ask her questions. And when I went to college, I didn't have to live in the dorms and eat dorm food.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was that was something that.
So I'm kind of getting lost here in this painting, like trying to figure out the shape and where that part of the whale is. And I'm looking at my reference, and because I'm dealing with something that's somewhat abstract at this point.
It looks like the whale's coming at us though a little bit.
Huh?
There's a perspective there. You've seen the belly right underneath there.
Right. Yeah, but I'm looking at a particular part, and I'm like, okay, there's a circle, and then this, and then this line goes here, and I just completely deconstructed the piece.
You know, when you do life drawing, they tell you to draw through the figure.
Yeah, I haven't done life drawing in so long.
It helps. It helps you figure out how to look at things in 3D. That tail's coming at you. There's that belly. So you're gonna see a C shape at some point where that tail bends down, right?
Right.
And then those little bumps, like the barnacles and stuff, they're gonna follow a line on the contours.
No, I know that, and I'm just saying though that I'm trying to replicate the shapes that are in this square here.
Okay.
And what I'm seeing here.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's easier when you're looking at a face and you know that that's the nose, and around the side of the nose is this little mole. Well, here I'm like, okay, there's a thing, and next to the thing is a thing, and
yeah,
it
can be kind of funky. Their shapes.
Yeah.
The balines, what the heck is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The balines are interesting.
The filters, that they use to feed. Yeah. We used to. One thing we used to do is go down to Baja, and we took when I was a kid. We had one of those campers that you put on top of the station wagon, and it
oh yeah,
extends out, and then we drove all the way down to the tip of Baja. And on the Pacific side, there's the lagoon, Scamp Lagoon. So we've seen the whales.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And once in a while, you see one jump out of the water. I think they're the gray whales.
Yeah. This is amazing. Okay, since I switched phones to using my phone for the overhead instead of the time lapse, my connection has been so much better. Except I forgot to start my time lapse, but whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, so I haven't been breaking up. Oh, Tatiana just sent me something.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's the version of the phone, Like
yeah, my son has an older version of the phone, and I just think it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't handle information and process information as well.
Yeah, she's asking me to help her on her email tomorrow.
Who? Tati?
Yeah. I did templates for her.
Oh, okay.
That she can learn. That I was doing them through another place called Stamp Ready, but Stamp Ready it doesn't it doesn't like to it doesn't like to load. So like you're dealing with load times, and I don't have time to sit and wait for something to decide to do something. So I've just started taking some of the design ideas that were in Stamp Ready that I like so much and working within MailChimp to build my own templates.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
What was it I was doing? I was announcing the replay I was sending the replay to and a link to my email.
Yeah.
All 12 of them. John's working on it, but I'll tell you what I've seen is I'm in the 400s now. When I was
You're in the 400s?
Yeah, I was struggling to get into the 300s. Now I'm up to the 400s.
Oh, that's great.
And it hasn't been that long, so I can see how it's working, and it's going to be kind of like, you know.
How long have you been working with John?
God, I think this is like the second week.
Oh, wow. So it's really new.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I have had no presence before art storefronts. I didn't do the art shows. Nobody knows. I mean, I'm a rookie. So I'm in, you know, I have a distinct disadvantage to you guys.
Hey, when I started with art storefronts, I had 100 subscribers.
Well, I had none. I was just like totally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can be intimidating. You hear, oh, I had $400, you know, 400 new leads today, and I made 4 sales.
Oh,
and
did you hear that woman that said she had $1.5 million?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Well, she's doing the horse thing.
Yeah. I need to get this horse out. There's a horse right here.
Oh.
That I have to like continue working on.
Oh, is that a commission?
It was a commission that was contracted a while ago, but since COVID, and it was like my boss's daughter, and so it kind of just
died.
Yeah, it kind of died. You know, they paid me money, so not the whole amount though.
Well, when you finish it, yeah, I would ask them, you still want it? It's just, you know.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
But I know how that is. Once the merry-go-round goes around, it kind of gets in the back burner, you know.
Yeah.
You got a lot of things. Happening. Hey,
Yeah.
So this afternoon, I was just to let you know what I'm working on. I was working on just as a sample on how I would put artwork on the walls.
Oh yeah, how to live.
And what I basically do is I create a plane.
Yeah.
And I put UVs on it, and then I put the texture on it. I paint the texture on. Do that with ZBrush.
Yeah.
And then I trim. You could trim geometry out with ZBrush, so it's the same proportion. So I'm doing that, and I've created like 8 of those.
Just for the one person out there that's watching, we're putting together some 3D virtual galleries, and
yeah,
that's what we're doing. We're creating 3D virtual galleries that we can have artists hang their stuff in. So
yeah,
it's on imaginativespaces.com.
You're talking to Tatiana, right?
I hope so. I don't know if she's still there.
I don't know. I can't hear her.
But it might be somebody else. I don't know.
Well, that's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
But I like this Thursday night painting. It's just it gets.
I decided I'm going to drop the trying to sell whatever it is I'm painting and just like invite people in, and you know, StreamYard just upgraded and now you can have up to 10 people in.
They gave me the email. I saw the email the other night, or the announcement. I
didn't really see it so much as I got an announcement when I started to sign in and stuff.
Oh, that's yeah. The founder, the co-founder comes out. You know, I'm really excited about that.
They just did I just wish that they would put it to more channels, because that's what's going to help us.
Yeah, I mean, I got Lulu, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But how do you use that while you're doing StreamYards is the big question.
Well, that's they'll share the camera with your webcam. So you can use the same webcam that you're using on StreamYard right now.
Like can you use a computer camera?
Yeah. So what you do is you get 2 screens. You do a split screen,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put Lula on the other one,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you have to put the window so that it's mostly Lula, because otherwise you can't see the chat window. But that way you can see the chat window on both and
Okay.
interact with both.
Okay. I have to test that out.
My problem is that my webcam can't see, or can't see my painting because it's aimed at my face. So what I might try for, I'm going to test it out tomorrow, is I'm just going to use this other webcam I got,
Uh-huh.
do a single kind of pointing at what you're doing,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll be able to do that. We'll see. I don't know what to do.
Well, you try everything and then you test it.
See what works. See what got the best results.
The beta test.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're like a media lab.
Yeah.
We're experimenting in new ways of communicating.
Yeah.
And this is the way it's going to get done. I think
Yeah.
that's one thing that they're spot on about.
So
ASF is,
yeah.
sometimes it's like, they're I hear the same things over and over and over, and it's like sometimes I think they try to get you to conform to their thing, and there's certain areas where it doesn't fit in as well.
Oh yeah. The plan doesn't quite work for. It's going to work for most, and it's set up for most. And but it's also set up with all of their wording. Were you there when that guy rewrote what Nick had wrote? And
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're like admin. They write copy.
So, but they also test it, and they have us test it, and you have to figure that you've got 3,600 you have 3,600 people testing this.
Yeah.
They're going to know what's working.
But when I talk to Mike Stewart, the way Mike Stewart, the boogie board guy.
Okay.
Like anybody that does boogie board, you just mention Mike Stewart, and he's like a god. He's like in his 50s now, but he was like, and he lives in Oahu, the North Shore of Oahu, which is mecca of surfing since the 1960s. So the way I approached it, I saw he was posting, and I made a comment. He's down in Chile. There's this beach, this wave he likes down there, and he's talking about it. And I said, awesome wave. And then kind of like he commented, and I said, hey, so I started a conversation with him, and then I worked it in. It just happened organically that way.
Yeah.
So, and I've already contacted almost 200 on that other playbook. The influencers, and I'm gonna, and it's easy for me. I'm gonna
the curator playbook.
Yeah, that's how I got that surfboard thing.
So it works. It works. You just have to follow the playbook.
Yeah, it's like they say, going hard in the paint, And so I've been doing. You notice I haven't been commenting or saying. I've just been listening.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of keeping a low profile because just between you and me, like Emily Serrano.
Yeah.
She's kind of like the Nurse Ratched,
Really?
I kind of had a run-in with her.
Oh, really?
Well, because I was asking Nick, how Nick will help other guys. So he'll help some people, he won't help others. And I had some hand-to-hand that I needed help on. So I emailed him and I tried to get through. And then,
it's hard to get hold of them.
Unless they're focused on you.
Right. Well, even you saw how focused they were on us, and honestly, we had reached out and said, hey, this is what we're doing. And they said, post it in small wins and we'll respond. And we did that, and it took forever. And then Patrick looked at the social media and eventually got back to me. But by then, we had already decided to move forward with it because we had to send it out. So they're just super, super busy. You got to figure they've got 3,600 clients. I think they said they're more than that right now.
Which is great for them, but it's not as good for us because we don't get like when it first started, even a month ago.
Yeah.
We could get more TLC because there were less of us, So now,
right.
So I've adjusted my expectations of them.
Right.
They're good. If I start making sales and stuff like that, I'll get attention. They're into their whole mindset is what's working right now. Who are the hot guys? And so and it's very much like the mentality of galleries.
Hey, what plan do you have with them?
I have the silver one.
Okay, I just upgraded to gold, and I'll tell you why. I saw one of their lives on the Art Buyer AI.
Uh-huh.
I wanted access to the Art Buyer AI.
Yeah, I've been looking at that, but that's $1,000 more, right?
Mine was 500 more because what they did is they honored the price difference of whatever the thing was when I came in, and I came in under a sale. So I had to bump up $500 to bump up to gold, but they let me split it over this month and next month.
Oh, well, maybe I can do some wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, so they said we see how much you're helping other people in small wins, and you're whatever. So,
well, I haven't been around as much, but like what I'm using them for is I'm seeing what's getting the buzz. I'm seeing what's hot. Like I got to do. I'm really sold on the live. I got to do more live art shows. And
yeah, well, because I'll tell you right now, video is king, and that's I'll tell you from digital marketing background here. Yeah.
What do you think of the time lapses I've been doing with the music and stuff?
Oh, they look great. Are you using Spark?
Am I using what?
Adobe Spark to put the videos together.
Yes, it's I can just pop it out like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's a super easy program.
You use it too?
Oh, yeah.
I do it on my iPad.
I do it on my phone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
so that's that, and then what else?
Well,
I gotta let this dry. I want to hang it up, but I'm gonna go get the other tail.
You want to see what mine looks like now? Oh, wait a second. Let me turn this.
Other tail panels.
I think I'm going to turn this one off now. I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. Oh, yeah. Okay. It actually. Okay, so I'm going to go.
Did what?
Okay. I'm rendering now. So let me show you. I can take it off the thing because now it's just like tweaking it.
That takes a while to render and to do all that other work.
Oh yeah, it's cool though. This was
my computer's not working really well, so like my kiddo Sam said that they want to help me by getting me an iMac Pro. So
dude, that would be like giving a kid a razor, man. You would be like dangerous with a knife with that much.
Well, I have my laptop here, my MacBook Pro.
I got mine 2009. I'm gonna go on eBay and see what kind of deals. Check this out. What do you think?
Oh, I love it! Look at that.
Does it say like Twilight?
Huh?
Does it look like Twilight?
Yeah.
Do you see the wave?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, look how vibrant this looks when it's wet, and then.
Yeah, I like how you can work it. You're working it on the gesso though. I like that.
I was watching you paint, and I was like, you were mixing paints before you applied them.
Uh huh.
And I don't do that.
You just apply them on the canvas. You stumble them on the canvas.
I do that, and I do layers. So like I'll look at something, look at a color, and I'll deconstruct it
Uh-huh.
and then apply it in layers.
Uh-huh.
The other thing I do is like I'll have to show you the octopus I started last week.
Uh-huh.
I'm inking it at this point, but
Oh, check this out. You know what? Try these.
huh?
Try these. They're different colors, like
Uh-huh.
purples. Like you know how they octopuses have different pigments, like little dots of pigment. If you if you
Cool.
do these with different colors, that will give it more depth.
Well, yeah, I'm doing the black right now. It's just kind of it's making it really. It gives the impression of like a coloring book or stained glass, or I've gotten a lot of different like comments from people about what it reminds them of.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like I said, I'm really tempted to do that with this. Oh, this is like super dark. This starts to get super dark. I have to infected.
You could always also add a little water too and move it around. That's cool.
Huh? Yeah.
See what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll pop that fin out a little bit more.
Well, I'm looking at the reference, and it's like everything that's on the top is very bright, and then as the whale is further down into the water becomes darker. And
is your reference a photo?
Huh?
Is your reference a photo?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I work with this guy by the name of Sean Heinrichs. He's a conservation photojournalist, and he has let me use his stuff.
Do you have to pay him for it?
No.
Okay, you just ask him.
I've asked him, and he wants prints, so like I'm trying to track him down where to send the prints. So
okay.
But he has done TED Talks. He is like a big name.
Has he
I would
done
love to.
Geographic?
Huh?
Does he shoot for National Geographic?
You broke up there. What?
Does he shoot for National Geographic?
No, but he started his own foundation called Blue Sphere, and so he does that, and his stuff is amazing.
I like how you
he has art photography too, so it's like he has stuff where he's got mermaids in the water and beautiful women swimming with the whales and the mantas, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, well, that takes a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of gear, a lot of you have to pay the models, all that.
Yeah,
stuff. It's a lot of like planning too and logistics. It doesn't just happen.
Oh yeah.
There's this guy that was I used to know all the top figure models in town from Disney, because that's
right.
And this one guy, Christopher Alponte, was in the American Ballet Theater. He was a prima ballet. He started out in the corps, and he put together these art shows, where they would do a performance, and then they would freeze, and people would draw them.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool, and he did a lot of planning and choreography and everything. He was such a despot when it came to the dance.
Yeah.
You don't dance like that. No, he'd go crazy and start tearing his hair. He's like very dramatic. But it takes a lot to put on stuff like that, or performance, or photography, or
yeah, and that's something that I want to make sure that everybody knows, that whereas I do use photographs for reference, generally I use 2 or 3 or 4 photographs and cobble them together into something.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And even with Sean Heinrich stuff, he has given me permission, and but I change it so much that it's not the same.
Yeah, no, that's my philosophy too, because
Yeah.
The art in it is
I
taking
don't.
the image and the image inspires you just to create the art. You know.
Well, I mean, if you look at like Andy Crawford, right, and Gretchen, and the other photographers in ASF,
Uh-huh.
you know, you don't think about it, but Andy Crawford did a behind the scenes and what it took to get his shot, and you know, he's in the middle of a swamp in a kayak.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, also Jonah. You know Jonah, Surfer Jesus.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he swims with the waves breaking. I mean, those guys do that. They're guys that like
Yeah.
all these
So
different things.
why would you want to like, you
I don't
know?
know. It'd be fun. I mean,
Why would you no? Why would you hurt their business by you know just using their image and as a reference? No. So you ask, you cobble, you do different things. See now this right here, I don't know. It goes this right here, this panel, and it's not really. I'm gonna have to move this up, move this up, this up, so you can kind of see how they fit together.
yeah, I like it.
But the texture on this one is amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing. So I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah, you kind of put it in thick there a little bit.
Well, it's not just that. It's the gesso and how it's sinking into the divots of the.
Is it wood you putting it on?
Yeah, they're Blick Studio panels.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're cradled. Here's the fun part, though. I bought 6 panels or 7 panels, and I was planning on doing 2 different pieces. One that was going to be a small study that has a short profile, right? And then a bigger piece that has a thicker profile. So here are, right? I decided how fun would it be to have them different levels in addition to different positions and everything. So I'm just like bending and breaking all the rules.
But what it does is it forces your eye comes backwards and forwards in the Z direction, you know, in the depth direction.
Right.
With your depth, and it kind of it moves your eye around more, which is what you want.
Right.
It's all about like if you have the image. My philosophy: if you can recognize the image right away and it's there, it's almost like game over, right?
Right. Oh, here's something fun. Here's something funny. Check this out. On TikTok, they have filters for the face. So then there was an artist challenge that said, do this. Portrait artists, do this. Take the camera and go to one of your portraits and see if it recognizes it, if it's as a face, and we'll put the filter on the face. If it'll distort the face or whatever it's going to do. And basically the thing was, if it works, then you did a good job because it recognized it as
a face.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, I love that. I love what you're doing. I think they're called caustics, where you know how water, like you look at the bottom of a pool.
Yeah.
And in the also in the ocean, you see like these streaks of white that are moving around, like of light like that. I think it's called caustics or something. Yeah, and
I have no idea.
Light, but you're doing that really effectively. The gesso really helps you do that. You know,
it takes a whole different touch. To be honest, it takes a whole different touch to work on.
Less is more. Less is more.
Say that again.
Less is more.
Yeah, and then there's like, okay, this mop has very soft bristles, so does this brush here. This one has a little bit stiffer bristles. So if you want to lift, you know, and that goes true with any other, really, you know, if you want to lift, you soak it with a mop and then you lift it with
The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that. Hey, you know what? I'm not against either using a paper towel too, a corner.
Say that again.
Sometimes you use a paper towel.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've used Kleenex.
Yeah.
Kleenex are really good for clouds.
Mm-hmm.
I do
And in
Kleenex
some cases,
for clouds.
Q-tips.
What?
In some cases, Q-tips.
Okay, Q-tips I haven't tried. Yeah. I really like how that turns out. It's inking this is going to be different because there's such a texture on here. It's especially the 12 by 16. That one's going to eat my pen.
Do you
I'm
put in
thinking about using a brush and doing some.
do you put in a continuous profile line, or where the light hits, do you stop it?
What do you mean?
You know, where when something's like being lit, right? Like this part, the light. If you were to do my hand, you
Right.
wouldn't put a profile line there, but in the shadow part, you could put a fat one right there.
Well, I try and identify depth with the pen.
Mm-hmm.
So like the big thick lines will go around the outside of it, but it'll also go around like a nose if the snout on an animal sticks
Mm-hmm.
out, because I'm trying to outline depth and identify depth. So
It punch it up.
yeah,
Also, that's
there's a lot of thought that goes into it. There's definitely that. So,
also, but also the texture, the background also brings out depth too.
right.
That's kind of more atmospheric.
Perspective, atmospheric to perspective. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that tail is getting a lot of light from above.
It is. It is.
So that you're really conveying that really well.
Thank you. And then there's just like this little bit of dark on this edge of the back edge of the tail.
I like how your brushwork on the belly, you really you took one area and you charged it with the color, right?
Yeah.
But then you kind of like feathered it out.
I scooped it out. Yeah.
And you use the like more dilute pigment to finish it, and it's enough. It's great.
Yeah.
And
then
10 minutes ago, it was not defined, and you pulled it together.
Yeah. And this piece right here, now this is what's cool with watercolor that I like, is I painted this using this color, but then I went over it with this color.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're seeing it. You're seeing it through water. You're seeing it through that color.
Exactly.
And with watercolor, you can do that. And I like that because it gives me an idea. There's a paint. Yeah.
It's reflected light. The blue light hits that surface that way.
Yeah.
And it's in shadow, so it's going to be more saturated too, the blue.
Yeah.
A lot of understanding what's happening with light.
Well, and then like this, there's pigment sitting on the top of this, but in the reference, there's some grays around. So I literally just got it wet and kind of drug it out.
Yeah. Yeah. You let it dry a little bit so it's defined that form.
Yeah.
And then you can go hit it with a little bit of a wet or moist brush and pull some color around the edge.
Well, you barely need to breathe on it with this substrate.
I gotta try this sometime.
Oh, it's fun. I'm forgetting how much fun it is.
Well,
I had to move. I had something up here. I had a jewelry thing here, and I moved it into my closet so that I could use this wall to check it out. Because you have to put it up next to the other piece. You see how I've got 3 pieces here? Because I'm really trying to see.
Well, I mean, but you're using the gesso. Like I was thinking for the surfboard art. I mean, I might do that. And I'm thinking if I could seal layers and then do layers of washes,
right?
Then I could make that pretty cool. So it's giving me some ideas. I mean, Manet said, "Keep good company," you know.
Yeah.
In terms of like, have your art influenced by people that are accomplished artists. You
Yeah.
know, and yeah, you've read.
Hey, have you not to change the subject, but I have, you were talking about keeping good art, good company, and I was thinking of my friend who is going through a bit of a problem right now. She's trying to do this. She signed up to do the a couple of the San Diego Art Walk events, right?
Mhm.
Because there's the San Diego Art Walk is in April in Little Italy, and then they have Liberty Station, and then they have Carlsbad Show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're here in California, so you understand.
Yeah.
But there's their art walk, which you should do some of these events, and we could like set up.
Oh, totally. No, I mean, look, I've got the Venice boardwalk there. I mean, people
Right.
from all over the world go there. I mean, I could anybody can do. All you have to do is show up. You have to have a seller's permit from the state of California.
What to do, yeah.
And what I need to do is figure out how I make my little cubicle and how it breaks down and get it. I don't have a truck.
Right.
How do I put everything in my trunk?
Oh,
You
see,
know?
I've got that down to a science at this point. I did 11 shows last year, and
Do you have a truck or a van?
I rent a van.
Ah.
Now, here's the thing. I have a local guy that I rent vans from for local trips because he's pretty affordable. But for the longer trip, like to Arizona or out of state, I don't because it's mileage. It doesn't work.
Oh yeah. No.
But Hertz does a thing where they have a flat rate.
Okay.
So I could take it out of state. I could take it wherever.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start as cheaply as I can locally and go up and down the coast because I mean you got up in Oxnard, you got Ventura.
Well, here's what I was getting at when I brought it up in the first place was that my friend signed up for these shows. This is actually a much harsher line than I gave it.
Uh-huh. That's what it's for.
What?
That's what water's for.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'm looking at it in the camera because like.
Uh-huh. Yeah, on the bottom of that fin, that's just me. Next to it, the background, I do something to pop it from the back.
Yeah, no, this needs to get darker, and then this actually gets darker. But then I'm gonna,
I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm just saying what my eye sees.
Yeah, I'm not done with it. So anyway, she signed up for these events, and then these events, like they want to have their Liberty Station show at the beginning of August.
This August?
Yeah.
There's no,
But this is what they're doing. They're working with the county, and the county's telling them they can go ahead and have it, but they have to meet certain guidelines. So all the guidelines are causing them to pull their wine and beer garden, pull all their kid art activities, to throw up a fence around, to charge tickets so that they can track who comes in and out for contact tracing.
Kim, at this point,
No, español.
I know. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Literally in front of my house, nobody wears a mask.
Yeah.
And it's like I get
a lot of that.
I mean, look, I don't want to come down. I'm 65 now.
Right.
And my wife and I just and what I told myself this year is not the year I'm going to be out. Until this, if I could use it, this a-hole is out of office and we actually have some sanity and responsibility.
Right.
And they put some teeth in the law so that people can't just walk around, and we start bringing this thing down.
Did you listen to the radio today, or did you listen to the address that Newsom made, or that Garcetti did?
What did he say?
Okay, first of all, we're back on lockdown for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, you mean nobody goes? Is there a curfew?
No, there's no curfew, but they're going to be cracking down and doing fines, and it's not going to be like a pleasant fine. It's going to be,
I have no problem with that. I wear a mask today, Kim. I went to 3 places and I had my mask on.
right,
I had no problem with that.
right.
And,
Well, and then that's the thing is that they're going to fine people for not wearing their mask.
okay, so my camera phone is going to be busy.
Is what?
I'll turn those people in. I will film them, and and later on, I'll call the cops.
Yeah, because you know what? They're putting everybody at risk.
Exactly. All these. I hate to use the term, but all these Karens, I see them like with their little athletic bras, bouncing around with their little shorts. They want to be cute, and they don't wear a mask because you know how they think. Oh, I can't wear a mask. I need to look cute.
Yeah.
And it's like, or they're on or my boyfriend won't hear me on the phone or whatever. And it's
I had kids. Well, I had to unlock my phone. That's why my mask is around my chin. I'm like, that's what the code is for.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, and what they don't realize is the longer they don't wear a mask, the longer we're going to be on this lockdown. The longer we're not going to have work, and everybody's going to be out of work.
Right.
And I'm just not risking it. I mean, that's a very generous offer. I would love to do that in a normal circumstance. I'd jump.
Yeah, we could, check things out. I've got a few artists that I show with that we kind of, you can't have other people in your booth because you need to have your own artwork in your booth. But if you were to get the booth next to me, then that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about.
Well, what might be cool is when Venice opens up on the weekend. We could go out there Saturday or Sunday and kill it.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That would be easy, and it wouldn't cost that much. So you could set up like 2 booths, and I could watch you how you do.
Yeah,
great.
And I'll rent. We'll do that. I'll rent a van so I can get all my tent stuff. I don't know. Do they let you set up a full-on tent?
Yeah. No, but the boardwalk shut down right now.
Yeah, no, I know that. But I mean, once everything's open.
Yeah. You have to get, do you have your California license?
Yeah.
I went to the website and it was like really hard. I couldn't get in. I don't know how it is now. I'm going to check it out, but I'm going to get.
You couldn't get it. I don't know where my license is. That's my problem, is that I have to actually find the physical license.
Yeah, you
not license. But I have a business license, but the seller's permit is
seller's permit. Yeah, I got to look into that. There's a million things, but that's something I look forward to. Right now, my thing is
Arizona seller's permit. I know where that is.
Oh well, that's Arizona.
Yeah.
You know what, Kim? Arizona's scary right now. It's like Oklahoma and Texas. They've every day they've been breaking their averages in terms of new cases.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, look at that. What is it? Pasta?
It's spaghetti.
Oh boy, man. With like Parmesan. I love that.
Oh yeah.
I made myself a sausage and I had marinara sauce and some pasta. And I make a spinach salad where I put spinach and kale and strawberries. I slice strawberries.
Really?
And then I do a vinaigrette on it with red wine vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Mangiare. Hey, while you're, do you mind if I check in on my wife?
Go for it.
Okay. Mangiare. Hey.
Hey, baby. Sorry, guys. I'm hungry. So let's see. There needs to be a little bit of a darker spot here. So I'm going to pull this in here. then I'm gonna blend that out. Really digging how this is trying. There needs to be some darkness that comes over here. It fades into. See, so what I realized is that there needs to be some dark, at least at the edge here, that translates into that brighter color. So we're going to do that. I'm going to let that dry, then I'm going to go hang it back up and see what it looks like. So let me change my camera. Okay, so
I'm going to show my wife. I'm just going to show my wife this real quick, and I'll be back. We get coconut water too. I'll be right back.
okay. This is. Okay, so let's move this. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to turn this on to high definition. I'm going to put emphasis on that. Look at it for a minute. Oh my God. So I'm just looking at it right now, trying to figure out what changes I want to make. If I want to do ink. Yeah, I think. I'll wait till Steven gets back. Anybody else want to comment on it? Yeah, hand the camera. Hand it up. Go from your face. Here, let's go to that, and then share screen. And then
I'm back. I showed my wife. I'm back.
okay.
Ooh, look. You're having a
Yeah,
feast.
I wanted to get your opinion on
Oh yeah.
what you thought.
Oh yeah.
And then Ian comes out of the bathroom.
Oh yeah. That's
What do you think?
That's awesome. That's awesome. What I like the angle, the deep perspective, and you
Yeah.
break it up like that is really just
Yeah.
and the design, like the way it's going to sit on a wall,
Yeah.
is very decorative.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a selling.
Well, and it's endangered.
Yeah.
It follows the. Okay, Ian, what are you doing? Quit messing with my camera.
Sorry.
Okay,
This is streaming.
I know, but like you're in my life. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What I like about the idea that I think it's similar is the fact that as a decorative art piece,
Right.
people will want that.
You know what's really cool is that those panels are so light that I can put them up with those 3M.
Yeah. That it's easy to mount.
Uh-huh.
So that's another thing. The other thing is what I would do
Mm-hmm.
is do a little blurb
Mm-hmm.
with a Photoshop, composition on it. Nice little slick,
What do you
8x10 with everyone you sell, so that they could have do your little blog, little post on this endangered these whales that travel south.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Also include like the Cetacean Society or you can give money to this cause to help them. So then you're pushing that too.
I really want to do that. In fact, I was one of the outreach Instagram influencer things that I have is one with sea turtle conservation. So good, perfect timing.
I've swum with
You need your
I've
phone.
swum in Kauai. I swim with the sea turtles.
I need the video now. Okay.
when they're in danger. They when they do the eggs, when they come in once a year, the park rangers like close off areas of the beach
Right.
to spawn right there. But you know, a lot of times of the year you see them like right there. You're reaching out to the society that protects those turtles.
Yeah.
What have they gotten back to you?
There's a conservation group for the sea turtles because there's lots of them. But
in Baja, they have them too.
What?
In the Sea of Cortez in Baja,
yeah,
sea turtles too.
Well, I reached out to them and I've got like 5 on the hook ready to go, but I can't get my prints.
Why?
Because Graphic Dimensions is taking 3 weeks.
Oh, because of the COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Even my local, you know, where I get my scans in.
Yeah.
I have in Venice, like less than like a mile away, is where I get my stuff scanned. They're really good art printers, and it's now they've gone. I could get them in like 3 to 4 days. Most. Now it's 8 days.
Yeah.
After they confirm your order, it's 8 days. Everybody's operating that way.
Yeah.
And that's what part of the reason I get so pissed off when people don't wear a mask. They don't make the connection that everything's slowed down because of COVID and business, and they're hurting their own pocketbook too.
Right, and that's what gets me is that I've got some friends that are very anti-mask. They think COVID is a scam or whatever. I don't know why this has gotten politicized. My uncle made this post that is wonderful. It was talking about how, you know, how we really don't want to step on anybody's toes, and you know, the temperature of water that people wash their hands in when they go to the bathroom is really up to them, because we don't want to tell them, you know. And he was just like drawing a parallel on how stupid that is, and how stupid it is that we're saying, you know, we don't want to stand in your way of your freedom, you know, so we're gonna let you go ahead and not wear a mask. So what if a few people get sick and die? You know, at least we have our freedom, right?
This one guy threatened me. He said, "I'm going to kill you," because I told him you're a goddamn man. I was at Costco, and he drove up in his truck. Said, "I'm going to kill you. Were you crazy? You're crazy." I mean, so I feel like we're the ones that are wearing the mask. We're the ones that are threatened by these minority of people that don't want to wear a goddamn mask. Sorry. But if we don't put pressure on people to wear masks, they're not going to do it.
I do when I'm out.
Me too.
I tell this same kid at the grocery store every time I go. He works there. Cover your nose. Pull that up over your nose.
Yeah, I've seen that. You know what? I saw that. I had to have my checkup and I had my blood drawn at the Venice clinic, and I saw somebody at a nursing station that had his mask down. From his nose. It was, what the heck? Every day in the news, like I was with the Rachel Maddow show, we came out with this or what's the other guy that comes up before? Well, they had this whole thing about how important the mask is. It's our own. Right now, it's almost our only way of slowing this down is the mask, and it's so effective. And people won't do that. Do you think people are that stupid?
The only other way to slow it down is to keep people from being out in public. Because when they're out in public, they're not wearing the masks.
Yeah.
They're getting people sick.
Yeah. Well, that was in March. Remember March? How we had that lockdown? We may have to go back to a lockdown, and that'd be.
We are in lockdown right now, Stephen.
What?
We are in lockdown.
Well, I mean,
for the next 3 weeks, the restaurants and bars have all closed. The beaches are closed for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, but people are running around literally in front of my house, skateboarding and running without a mask. and bicycling without
That's
a
yeah.
mask. It terrorizes me. I don't go
Mhm.
out. I have a big yard. I do my exercise in my yard, and I walk my dogs. I'm going to be walking my dogs in the next half hour because nobody's going to be around, and it sucks. That's
Yeah.
all you can get. You can get a napkin. Oh wait, don't worry.
What?
Yeah, get yourself a napkin. I mean, did you get something to drink?
Yeah, I've got this, and I've got this.
I
This
told you,
I had my son bring me a water,
okay.
but our refrigerator doesn't work right, so it's frozen.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I'm
I like
trying.
it that way because it stays cold and I can drink it, but
Yeah.
I want to put stuff in it, and you can't put like meal into a bottle of ice.
I've had that before. We had a refrigerator did that. We had to have it replaced. But I think it's really important that we take care of ourselves, you know, mentally, and like something like enjoying a meal or listening to music, taking a half hour. It's really important, you know, because we're in this lockdown. It's like being in a submarine, you know, and you especially. I mean, you have all this responsibility with your kids and stuff, and you know, and it's really important to like treat yourself well. I mean, you know, take a bubble bath every once in a while, you know.
I got stuff in my bathtub.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta, you know, and I do that. I make sure I work out. I make sure, like, I'll take a half hour and I'll just go out in the yard with my dogs and just like, because, and I still get my stuff done, you know, we still, but you're like me, I had to learn this. You'll go at it and go at it and go at it and go at it. And like, I'm not that way too, but you know, I've learned that, you know, eventually what happens is there'd be times where I'd go at it and go at it, and then like over the weekend, I'd hardly get out of bed because I was like so exhausted, you know, and you don't want to get yourself to that point.
Right.
Also, the stress level.
I'm gonna get a pen.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna do it. I have all my pens. And I'm gonna start with this guy. I'm gonna start with this guy because this guy is.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. My son took his phone, so now I don't.
You use those same ones I do. I like those pens.
Yeah, microns or the multi-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figma.
Mhm.
I got a purple one right here. Micron Figma. Love them.
Well, these are multi-liners.
Oh.
Copic.
Huh. Oh. Gotta check those out. Does Blick sell those?
Yep.
I'll check them out.
They have these are the set that you get and then you can buy nibs and refills for them. But they also have the disposable kind that are the same thing, but are disposable. And they come in different weights. That's what's cool. And that is 3. That is so now the question is about time lapsing this thing. I do want to catch some on the.
Oh, great. Now they're shooting off fireworks and my dogs are going nuts now.
Oh, man. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, good. I'm just bracing myself in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Last year.
We're not supposed to have any. They're really going to crack down. That's the other thing that was on. Was that no fireworks. None.
No fireworks?
No fireworks. None. Illegal as hell.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Fines. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, big fines. Big fines.
That's gonna be interesting to see. Then that means the cops should be here like any minute now. 'Cause they're-
Are they good about that there?
I don't know, man. I mean, I just see so many people without masks, and then you're telling me that there's they're gonna throw the
Yeah.
book at them. What is
Yeah.
it going to be, a $500 fine if you don't have a mask on or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. A couple
Well,
$100. Yeah.
I'll be so happy to see that.
Yeah.
That, so,
Oh,
and
just so you know, I'm gonna do a real quick
okay,
look.
okay.
I'm gonna Tatiana messaged me again. What did she say?
Did you put in a little brown on this?
On this? No, not on this, no.
Maybe it's my monitor.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. My monitor went red. She's right here. She was freaking. Kim says that they're gonna ticket people for fireworks this year.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm telling my wife that. She was looking. Pepper, come on, come up here. Come here, baby. She gets so scared. I have to hold her. Did you meet Pepper? She's my cattle dog. This is her.
I think you showed her once.
There she is.
Oh.
She's so smart. This dog is so smart.
So here I am, potentially ruining this piece, and we'll see.
It looks beautiful.
Inking this is going to be a pain.
You don't do a continuous line, do you?
I do, but the texture on here is going to eat the brush, and I'm trying not to ruin the brush. This particular piece has a lot of peaks in the text in the gesso. It's very pointy.
But you know what? I think this is bad. You know what? I like that it's not continuous.
Yeah, this is the better pen. I have to replace the nib and the ink on this other.
But you know the thing is.
But I like getting a nice thick chunky line on the outside.
Like on whales, they have all these barnacles and things on them.
Right.
So that the surface isn't going to be like.
Yeah, like here.
Soft. It's going to be like hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I see it. It's popping now.
Yeah, that's what this outline.
Yeah, it's popping.
Was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, you're really prolific. You pop these out really fast.
I didn't used to. My other style, it took me a month and a half to 2 months to do this 22 by 23 inch flower, and it was.
Well,
I love it. It had a companion piece. I ended up donating the companion piece for auction to raise money for Habitat for Humanity. And then I have this piece that I still have. I put it up on my website.
Yeah, but you know, you got the system down. You're in a groove.
Yeah, well, you know, I used to be able to like pay attention to every little detail, and I can't do it anymore. So like my stuff become very impressionistic or just loose.
But I love the quality of that in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
different style, and
that's really nice. Yeah, you're separating. It totally pops out from the background now.
Yeah, which was my problem with this particular right here is that it wasn't because.
It does. I mean, it's funny, just that little detail there.
Yeah. Wait till it gets sealed. Now here, I have a loggerhead turtle that I did that I sealed, but I sealed it with a gloss sealer, so it made it look wet. So it's always wet. It's underwater. It's always wet. And the gloss I bought for this or not the finish, but the sealer that I got is
What is it
satin.
called?
It's
Oh,
golden.
satin, yes. I do satin too when I finish something off, because when you hang something, if it's glossy and the light hits it, then you
Right.
got a hot spot on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did this. I actually think I did the satin finish on the turtle out in the living room because of that.
Mhm. It's like Katie does all. I don't know why she. I mean, it looks great in the right light. Katie's work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's the problem. If it's not lit right, it's gonna have those hot spots.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for her. She said she was having trouble. Remember this afternoon?
Yeah. Wait. What did you read?
Well, not. I mean, when she was during the webinar.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Remember, she was like 2 after you.
Yeah. She
must be tripping because New Mexico must be pretty bad, the COVID thing.
she's going through something else right now.
Oh,
So I was up with her the other night.
That's good. You're a good friend.
We all rallied together because that's what
Women in art.
Art storefront doesn't quite know what it's done, but it's created a group of people that really matter to each other.
Yeah. No, definitely. And they're very. You guys are very ferocious women. You're very strong. You're and you're helping each other.
Yeah.
So you got your little.
Look at how that pops. That just popped.
Pardon me? Look at, oh yeah. That makes a great difference. That makes such a difference.
So now I want to do the mouth because that's going to be significant. And then Tatiana said she's still up.
That's 3 hours or 2 hours?
Why?
Well, she's up at 12 now. About a half hour I'm going to take when these jokers are out of there. I'm going to take little Pepper or WALK.
Yeah.
If I say the word, she knows what it is.
Yeah.
She's smart.
I'm telling her to come see the whale.
Awesome.
And she's still live, and I'm telling her, "Yep."
How was your trip to the shore?
Huh? My trip?
No, she went to the Jersey Shore somewhere, camping trip. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, she had a great time.
Okay.
She said she's gonna pop in so she can see the. So I'm gonna pop this up and switch cameras when she pops on. But
that's cool.
When she pops on, I don't. So I need to get back to the reference so I can really look at the mouth.
Don't you love your iPad?
It's like
it's so liberating.
There's this.
Oh.
There's,
yeah.
Huh? Yeah. There's this.
I'm looking at what you're looking at. Yeah.
There's this line that goes. I'm gonna put it here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not making it very strong. Not like the.
You don't have to do much. Yeah, I can see it. You're defining it. Yeah. It's a little mouth. It's snout.
And then it's kind of blown out here, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Let's see. But.
Nice.
I wonder if.
Is that a mama whale?
I don't. It didn't show a baby, so.
Yeah. I think they call it male bulls in the
yeah.
Yeah.
There's Tatiana. Hello, Tatiana. Okay.
Hey, Tatiana.
So I'm gonna switch over to the other camera. Okay. I'm gonna switch to
Camera B.
this webcam,
There you go.
and I'm going to put an emphasis on this for a minute. Just
Of course. Look at that. Beautiful.
and then
Awesome. Nice.
there. So that's
Awesome.
the top of it. Why?
Wow.
Because someone messed with my camera.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful.
So that's. I haven't made it yet. I make the templates for hanging, but this is a little different because literally I have the 3M stickies on the back that are Velcro instead of using the nails. So yeah, I'm digging this piece. I'm actually going to ink it. I wasn't thinking I was going to ink it, but I'm going to ink it and then seal it, and
It's a wrap. Ship it.
a wrap. Yeah. But I have the video. I love the video of me figuring out how I'm going to do this. I have to show it to you. So, yeah. So I'm going to switch back to my other cam, my face, and then you can see that in the background. But you can see that there's two different profiles. I use 7/8 inch profile and 1.5 inch profile. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
You see the acrylic print behind me, Stephen?
Uh-huh. Yeah. What is it? What is that? Is that like? Is
It's
that?
a leafy sea dragon.
Oh yeah.
They sent it to me, and I didn't get these,
Ah.
so I had to ask them for these, and it's like it took forever, but they eventually sent them to me, and then I had to put it up because I loved it.
Is that acrylic? Is that printed on?
That's the acrylic. Yeah, that's an acrylic print.
That's bitching. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I got it when they were on sale.
How much are one of those?
Acrylic gets expensive, especially through graphic.
150?
I forget how much that was because when I paid for that, it was on sale. They were doing the sale prices for all the prints.
Mm-hmm. This is dimensions.
Yeah.
I used to do Bay Photo.
Yeah.
I like them.
You do?
Yeah.
You like graphics? I like graphic too.
Yeah. I like the fact also that they're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So it's not going to take as long too. But
Yeah.
we got a better, in terms of price wise, we got a better deal on the graphic dimensions.
Yeah, they have better pricing, definitely.
Yeah,
but their timing, it takes them forever to get anything done.
Yeah, I think that Bay Photo has better service.
Yeah, well, I kind of made a stink in the chat today.
Oh, you did?
I did, because I was using all caps.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was like, I would love to work with my influencers, but I need my prints first.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what happened was a week and a half ago, actually, a week and a half before the 23rd,
mm-hmm.
right?
Uh-huh.
I placed an order or I thought I placed an order, but what I placed an order for was the limited edition prints, because I know that you want to keep track of the number.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the only way it's going to do that is if you place an order for them. So I went in the back end. In the back end, I ordered those. So instead of ordering them from the warehouse, I ordered and then have them ship here. I ordered them from limited edition, thinking they were going to ship here. No. It was just creating an order that tells me I need to place an order.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't figure that one out until it took me 2 weeks.
So limited edition, they basically warehouse them for you until you order them, right?
Right. So I ordered limited edition because that's what I want to give away for my giveaway.
I gotta start off small. I mean,
start doing what?
I gotta start off small and not do the because I mean it's all money going out. I haven't made a single dime off of this yet.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, Tatiana just made her first sale.
Who did? Tatiana? Who did her first sale? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Wait, you froze. You're not looking forward to waiting. Need to place your order yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed part of what you said because like you froze on this end, but apparently you said something that Tatiana said yes to.
Hey Kim.
Yeah.
So my dog's getting a little restless. I think I'm gonna go walk.
Okay.
So I'll sign up. So let's talk tomorrow about the gallery, the thing. I'll work on this stuff and I'll tell you what I got. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
But you know, if you have like a pathway ahead, we could strategize what needs to get done.
Yeah.
12 to 1, I can't talk, but the rest of it. All right?
Okay.
Really fun. Let's do this Thursdays. This is great.
Yeah. I would love to just, now that they'll let 10 people in, this is going to be fun.
Yes. And your will is beautiful.
No, thank you.
All right. You
All
have
right.
a good evening.
Good night.
Good night. Let me see. Do I do anything or do you?
Nope. I'm just going to pull you on out.
All right.
So I'm probably going to stay on and do a little bit of inking of the panels. So just because it's going so well. That's the pen I was using. Are you sticking around, Tatiana? Or are you going today? That was barely hanging on. Okay, so I'm going to bring this guy back in. Yeah.
Just wanted to get
Give
to
a bit.
swing it and grab the
What?
one that it's on that that was plugged in.
Which one was that? This one? Because this one was mine. What was charging you then? What was plugging the iron?
Since that the cheaper you were transferred those plugged in the iron.
Hey, hand me the gray pins from under the thing. And then make that back to this one. I'm looking for 0.8. So 0.8. I just, there's more there.
There's more.
Yeah, there's more. There's more.
This one's a 0.8.
We're not still on it. But give me the rest of it.
And then the charge cord.
I have no idea. I have no idea what she's talking about or what they're talking about. You want to take our water and get it out of the way? Just dump it in the one side of it.
Right here.
I don't know what they're talking about, so maybe they can specify.
Oh, I'll see it.
Okay.
I'll see it. And then from here.
Then,
I'll see it then from here. She says the one with the roof.
I'm at the book. Why are you so there's no I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, maybe this one?
I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
Okay, cool. It's not looking. Well, I'm gonna hop off now. So I'll catch you all later. Bye.